Morning, afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here tonight. An LPL amateur match coming up for you between Eclipse Esports and We Are Gang. So, I want to thank you all for joining us here tonight, and we should be in for a good match. Why? Because these two teams are going to be fighting to keep their way in the top 8. And, well, they want to try and create a gap from everyone else and their opponents, so then when they make it in 4 weeks' time to the playoffs, they'll be quite happy to make it ease on through being in that top 8. Because if you're not in that top 8, you are not in the playoffs. So, We Are Gang, they are currently ranked 5th on the ladders, and this is out of 34 teams. So in the amateur league, there's 34 teams vying for that top 8 spot. They're ranked 5th, they have 4 wins and 1 loss. They were previously on 4-win streak up until they challenged the top dog of the amateur league at the moment, the Hectic Habibs. They went down in a thrilling 13-10, which unfortunately disrupted their streak. They're now currently sitting 5th, and, well, they're currently looking to make their way to 4th if they can beat Eclipse Esports here tonight. Otherwise, they'll be going down the ladder, down to that 10th position, making way for their opponents. And their opponents here tonight, Eclipse Esports. Eclipse Esports has been running a new roster for this season. Their organization has recently formed the new roster after taking a loss in the Winter Evolution qualifiers. However, one man has survived that test of time, and he's hoping to keep this roster together and push them on through here in this amateur league. They are currently sitting 10th, and they're looking to make their way up to 5th position if they can beat We Are Gang here tonight. So, both these teams, if We Are Gang takes the loss, they're going to be swapping places on the scoreboard. However, if We Are Gang can take that victory, well, they'll be moving up, trying to make that gap, like I mentioned before, to the rest of the competition. And, well, if we have a look at some of the teams, we have on We Are Gang, their entire roster, except for one, have been completely with We Are Gang throughout the entire season and their preseason, because they originally were in the Open League and now they're here in the Amateur League. The only player that hasn't been just on this roster was Fusi. Fusi's played both the seasons with We Are Gang and also has been a part of teams are getting ready as we go. Has also been a part of AGG, who took on teams such as Mindfreak, Sots, Team Bliss, Direwolves, and more. So this man's got experience, and what can he bring that for his team? Well, we're about to find out as we are about to jump into our match. Then you quickly look over to Eclipse Esports. Well, like I said before, a lot of these players all got rostered onto the Eclipse Esports. And, well, they have some other previous experience. You have Mata, who's got some experience from straight out of the zoo, who he played before they got disbanded. He played in both the Evolutions Amateur League, so his skill set is being brought into the team. And, well, he's got a lot of players around him that have also played on other parts of the LPL teams. You got Bleep Bloop, who's been a part of the roster since May. You got Mitch, who's been in Inters, he was in Cracked, 1620 Kings, but then a lot of the rest of the lineup have all been only in Eclipse Esports, so they got pulled in to play for the Eclipse Esports new roster. Anyway, enough talking, I'm sure you guys can hear it. Let's jump on over to our match in Icebox. And let's have a look here. Are we going to be seeing anything out of the unusual? Ooh. We will be seeing both teams looking like running that jet. The server transition. The secondary duelists will be... Wow, Ruby.
Select your agent.
Secondary duelist looks to be the Reyna on both the sides. We've got a Sage looking at either as well. But then we start to see a little bit of a flex pick. Actually, we're going to see a raise here. We're going to see 3 duelists. We will be. Ooh, that is an aggressive lineup coming out of We Are Gang, which is going to be quite an interesting little aggressive push that they've got prepared here. And, well, I don't think I've casted a 3 duelist lineup since maybe late 2020, when teams were really trying to get used to what compositions, kind of experimenting with the fields. This is going to be quite interesting, but one thing they're going to be lacking is that defensive and utility capabilities that their opponent's going to have, such as that Viper is going to offer a lot of the site lockdowns and that control of the spike. Sova does give you that, but it's not going to be as well as what that Viper can do. It's going to be interesting to see how this will play out for We Are Gang. Wow, I'm looking at chat and a few of you guys are bloody ruthless tonight. And there's a reason I've pre-game show, so I can fill in some time while the teams get ready. So, I am like this close to banning you guys. Because I don't want to have to deal with you guys on my stream. If you don't like my pre-show, don't come. As simple as that. Anyway, let's jump on into our match. As now, Eclipse Esports will be on the offense looking at dealing with mid lane as Randy pops out. But he's going to take a few damage. Going to be able to try and get healed up without too much issues. Now we're going to continue to see a little slow play coming from Eclipse Esports, just biding their time, trying to feel out their opponents, get an understanding where their opponents are playing, so they can potentially coordinate their utility and push onto the fight. Not giving up any information down middle as they slowly make their way to side B. It's going to be held down by Simples. Simples now got the rotation coming in from Randy, so they're starting to call this correctly. If Kodakib going to be standing at that Sova Dut's going to be able to grab a few of them as they now push on the side. Spreading Mafia takes the rafters, and he comes on down. He's going to see one, but it's going to get supported by his allies as he swings on in. He still can't find the shots. He's eventually going to go down. Eclipse Esports are starting to lose their members, but they do at least have the spike going. They turn this back around. We are gang are struggling. Denny goes on the top. He cannot find the shots. He's trapped, and he will fall. Okay, that's it. There, I am so close. Dropping the hammer on you guys. Oh man. Well, anyway, we're coming into round 2. I'm just gonna. Oh, I want to stop looking at chat, but I don't want to stop looking at chat. Well, Simples is going to be making his way up. He's got the shorty out, prepared to take the fight to the Eclipse Esports, but it's not going to do anything as they were standing so far back from that corner. Spinning up is going to get ready for that Lear, but it's not going to hit anyone as I'm not really sure how to say your name. Apologies about that, my friend. Just getting Mafia is now taking the rafters and taking the push to We Are King. He's going to see the head of one. He gets killed. He quickly gets the heal in and retreats before he gets eliminated from the rest of the side of We Are King. Pokey gets a great double with the Sheriff. He's going to come around the corner. Narrowly avoids getting taken down by that shot dark. He's going to be looking for more. It's 3 versus 3 as Eclipse Esports are starting to make their way on. Randy gets the one. Now it's 2 versus 2. They've got the wall down. It's going to come up to Shaddy and with Mata to try and make their way over this wall and try and deal with it. The defuse, it's just going to come out. They get there. There's nothing Eclipse Esports can do about it. Mata took too long to get across the ropes and find his way on top of that fuse. Round 3, with the economy being destroyed against Eclipse Esports. Looks like they're going to start picking up some weapons, bringing a little bit to We Are Gang, but they've got that full loadout coming on up. They should be able to take this fight against Eclipse Esports here. Now they're going to be following that owl drone as it leads its way to the B site. It is going to be prepared for this one as the wall is going to pop up very shortly. Rotations are already coming on out with Shady. Trying to be on that lurk, trying to find something. Narrowly avoids the foot. Might be suspecting someone's coming on out. And Randy peeks and grabs the kill. And then over the other side, Denny finds one from sitting on top of the box at default. Already, Eclipse Esports are falling. This is very close to looking like a good, clean ace round. Denny avoids the shots. He's got the support. He goes up high and they get the clean round. We Are Gang making that look easy. No one taking a single point of damage. Their armors are coming through to this round as Denny upgrades his. Now they're going to be up against Eclipse Esports, and this is the first time we'll see both teams having that full firepower and bringing the pain. This time we've got a little bit of a rotation coming on. Randy's going to be making his way back towards that mid, but they've got Anthony here. Actually, it looks like he's going to come back down to keep an eye down mid.
Revealing area.
B? Oh man. Is going to be throwing a very early recon dart, seeing if there's any quick push coming down to the back of A. Not going to be the case, but it's given Simples the capability to move up into a better position if they do come. But he's going to retreat back as they start to rotate Anthony up to help out this mid location. As a lot of noise is being made by Shaddy. At this stage, no one has taken any footsteps up into a danger zone. And he's going to be keeping an eye on Mitch, as Mitch, MTCH, is going to be looking, taking this contest. He does have the dart available. He's got no more drones to deal with. So he won't be able to scout out, create any openings for his teammates. As simple as he's prepared. He's ready for the Mafia. And he takes them out. He doesn't even lose any HP for it. So he's still got that dismiss and armor there if he requires it. A few more seconds. He can hear the noise of a few people. Mostly just his teammate Anthony coming in to help in position. And we are starting to take control of this match. The fake
30 seconds left.
orb is going to be coming out. They're going to finally pick it up. Anthony's going to prepared with that 8 shells. The lead comes out. He swings. He finds himself one. Narrowly avoiding death. As I say that, he does go down. The resurrection comes on up. It's 4 versus 4 as Eclipse Esports is starting to make their way onto the site. They got 15 seconds to make it on in. Anthony shuts down one. And then the spike. It's down. It's gone. They have to pick it back up and try and plant it. 8 seconds left. This round looks as good as done for Eclipse Esports. He's trying to find kills. He finds one. It doesn't really matter anymore. They've lost the round. He can't get the last one. Anthony gets the 4K. And it's done. With that, Eclipse Esports has to go on to a semi-bye. They're going to be missing out on this round as well. We are doing quite well at stopping their opponents in their track. I cannot see them losing this round, especially having the superior firepower. And Danny's got that operator going to be locking down any kind of B attempt from their opponents.
Get out of my way!
The daggers have been used. And it's going to be keeping an eye on it. Danny's going to get forced out of position thanks to that owl drone, allowing them to gain a little bit of space, but Eclipse Esports have not taken it. They're still holding back. They do peek around that corner. Danny's going to find you. Feel it. Danny's not going to miss. Ooh, he narrowly misses the head. Okay, he's going to miss the first one, but he won't miss the second one. There we go. He clips him, he finds it. Then he goes high. Randy gets the low. And they're doing real well at just continuing to stop Eclipse any momentum. Randy's just protecting Danny over and over again. Randy's finding all the kills. He's going to swing around. He gets the 4. Randy, absolute team player. Locking down any attempt trying to punish that operator player. Every time Danny missed, Randy was able to swing, find himself a kill, protect Danny over and over again, and well, they came around with that round. Purely between those two's coordination.
Gun here.
Round 6 has quickly approached us as both teams have 3 ultimates ready. We are about to get the 4th online with that raise. So much duelist ultimate and aggression capabilities with their ultimates prepared. Will they need to use this? Another question. Anthony just avoids getting hit by that owl drone. If he did, he would have had a Hunter's Fury quite possibly coming down very, very soon. And he's made his way so far up. We find one. But he doesn't know where the other two are. He's going to see it. He jumps. He's completely off balance. And he'll be killed. The operator's down. 4 versus 4. This is starting to give Eclipse Esports a little bit of an opening here, as whichever side they attack should only contain 2 members. He's getting prepared into a very aggressive situation here, but he's not going to have any backup if this goes awry. However, he could find himself many kills if they do not check this corner. Recon Bolt by Sova allows him to know that there's one here. He gets the one. Can he swing for the second? No, he kind of gets instantly traded out. And now Randy and Co are starting to come out. Randy's decided he's going to run over the other side as Simples protects the sideline so they can get their jet back up and operational. As Matt's starting to create a little bit of opening for the rest of his team to push on in. The wall should go down and the spike along with it.
30 seconds left. Spike planted.
Spike has been planted. The resurrection's there. They're going to be coming from behind. And Eclipse Esports knows this. They knew where that had died. But Simples caught them off guard. Caught them with their pants around their ankles as he was a lot further ahead than they were suspecting. Maka tries to find the kill. The operator unable to land. Danny usually missing a lot of his shots at the moment. Kokib goes for the fake defuse. He gets it, leaving just Mata to have to deal with 3. The spike is still ticking. He swings, but he doesn't get it. He wasn't able to find the shots. Kokib with the flick. And with that, they pick up their next round and also a Hunter's Fury.
No charges left.
As we hit round 7, Eclipse Esports still have 3 ultimates to use. They're going to be throwing out a timeout. While their opponents are feeling quite comfortable, we, our gang, really haven't shown to be losing any rounds. They've been comfortable with taking these rounds quite convincingly. Even that round there, where Eclipse Esports thought they had the round secured, the resurrection came out and it just got barraged from behind. And now this is where they're going to be pulling out the timeout to give themselves a little bit of a break to kind of deconstruct the way their opponents have been playing and try and familiarize themselves with a strategy that could work against their opponents. At this stage, they've tried a few things. They've tried the slow play, they've tried the fast ball, they've split it up, they've gone together. What it's really coming down to is they're just missing a few of the key shots. They've had a few opportunities where they did have the positional advantage. However, they just did not have their shots land on target to be able to deal with their opponents. We are gang. They've been phenomenal. Their shots are landing time and time again. Great flicks. Great coordination to keep these sites under their control. As now, with that tactical pause down and out, Danny's repositioned, find himself on the A side this time. And a little bit anti there. But he's going to be up against the full team at the moment. He's going to be taking the zipline. They're going to hear this. Will they know where his location is? He's going to get spotted out. He quickly retreats. He's very lucky that there was not a Hunter's Fury coming out, but it was a Jet. So it would have made it very difficult to be able to deal with that if you were chasing after him. And he's going to miss that drone. He does get it on his second attempt though, but he has to hope that his first shot does land on his opponents as they push the side. And no, it doesn't. Spaghetti Mafia opens up with the first blood as they start to make their way onto the side. Simples has been locked down with that lead. He tries to swing, but he's going to retreat. He doesn't have much HP left until that Sage has now found him. The Hunter's Fury is going to be coming on out. They're trying to get default. They get it. Can't hit Spaghetti Mafia that second time, however. So the Hunter's Fury is now down. Going to be seeing Matter keeping an eye on that lurk. Those going to be coming that direction as they should know that 3, at least 4 are now coming on the front as Simples is thrown up. The Empress, he's going to think about swinging, but he doesn't check the corner. Reznov lets him leave a little bit longer, waiting for the teammates to come down. He gets the triple. Reznov, great trigger control there. He allowed 1 to fall, hoping more would jump after him. And eventually, they did. They came time and time again. They didn't see the bullet trails coming from underneath it, because once that Sova dropped down, he was not ready to fire. And a little bit of a sneaky play allows Eclipse Esports to grab themselves around. They still have so many ultimates to play with, whereas we, our gang, have used all of them up. They've only got Danny left. And he decides, well, he's going to pick up a Spectre and go the Dagger's route. Even though he's got so much funds, he doesn't need to do this. He's going to be consolidating just in case they do lose this round. And, well, he goes down to Spaghetti Mafia again. Mitch sees his teammate goes down. Can he swing around? He does. He gets the help. He gets rid of that wall. And now Anthony's going to be rotating in to make sure something's not going to go wrong here. He goes, shoots up high. Mitch can't protect his teammate quick enough and will lose another. But now it is 2 versus 4 as Eclipse Esports are making their way over to the B side. They've got plenty of utility to use. They've got the Viper, they've got the Sova. So if this spike goes down, this should be nigh impossible for We Are Gang. We are going long. It comes down, there's a little bit of damage, and it does get him. The double shock will clean that up. Another plant is going to be coming onto point. Simple's trying to get the first through the walls, get him up, and
Last
cleans
player
up
standing.
Kokub, and it's going to be like, we do not want to have to deal with that anymore. Look at Simple's the last one left to do it. He runs himself into a Lear, both Lears being used there against each other, but Simple's has to push into his opponents here. Server Drone's going to be coming out searching for where he's rotating. They now know where he's repositioned, and they're just keeping an eye on him. They're slowing down, using their time effectively, forcing Simples to have to play aggressively and step out of position. And there we go. Spaghetti Mafia does not miss. He's been starting to pick up his kills quite a lot the last 3 rounds. The last 2 definitely. He's been the opening fragger and the key initiator onto these sites. We move into round 9. Eclipse Esports are starting to claw their way back at We Are Gang. We Are Gang this time are going to have another full loadout. They've got the operator again from Denny. So with that Spectre purchase, he's got enough to buy that operator. But he hasn't really been finding his mark on this operator. He has found a kill, but also he's just been finding drones, and unfortunately, well, I guess fortunately enough, creating space for Randy or other people to really capitalize on the fear that the operator instills into the hearts of your opponents. And Randy finds a kill, getting so aggressive. Eclipse Esports already down 1. And now they're just running. They're getting scared. Spaghetti Mafia's going to run straight underneath Simples. Rimples is not going to hear that. He's going to start swinging around. He finds Shaddy as there was no information that he was swinging down from there. Simples gets a second. Heals on up.
Spike down,
Mitch is
B.
the last one left. Last one remaining. Has to deal with 4. And it's not looking great, especially with the momentum that Simple's on. Wouldn't be surprised if we see another kill here from Simples. Anthony's going to be up high, working with Simples to lock down the Sova. And the rest of the team decide they're just going to reinforce 4 versus 1. No one went onto the lurk. No one went to kind of put a little pressure from behind, lock him into the location so he can't get away. And he walked into the sightlines of the rest of the remaining We Are Gang. They will take him down. They'll move up to 6. And they stop Eclipse Esports from continuing their spree of rounds they started to pick up. This also forces them onto a terrible buy. I mean, you got 2 players, 1 Spectre, Classic, you got some armor. The rest of the team's going to be able to buy up, and it's not a confident buy, it's not a comfortable buy. And, well, this round, again, is going to be looking at favor of We Are Gang, purely from the fact that if you don't have full firepower against this team, you're not going to be taken around. That's so far what we've seen, anyway. Soverdrone has been heard. They're going to be locking down this position, waiting for them to come on in as Mata. Make sure to deal with that boom bot before any further issues can deal with it. And Shaddy's going to be trying to lock down the long sight lines and allow them to push on the point. He's looking, he's pushing, he's got that Viper's pit. He hasn't decided to use it yet. He's pushing on in. Spaghetti Mafia finds a kill from behind. The spike is going down. Denny's trying to find a kill through. He gets Lear, but he quickly dashes away. But he's going to be punished as they chase on through with the utility Reina has been able to supply. And Koku, he had to sneak on through. He's thinking about it. He's hoping someone was sitting on that point. He gets the drone, he finds him, but he doesn't know where the rest are. But they knew exactly where that drone had come from and punishes him. Simples gets shot from behind. He's got a little bit of HP left. But if he can find himself some damage here, it will be at least a partially successful round. Forcing Eclipse to continue to go on these rough buys. And they actually pick up the force. I said at the start that Eclipse Esports had no chance, but I've been made a fool. Eclipse Esports just absolutely demolished We Are Gang there. And that was through a good execution, locking down those sightlines, only having to deal with anyone either pushing through or on that long sideline. They were comfortable to take that fight. In those instances where Eclipse Esports control the tempo of the site, they seem to look so comfortable. If We Are Gang are the ones putting the pressure on, ones controlling the utility usage and placements while delaying Eclipse Esports, then We Are Gang are kind of single-handedly taking these rounds. I think Eclipse Esports have found the momentum and the kind of the chink in the armor of We Are Gang. go up. They're going to see that the Reyna and the Sage is here at this point. They know what utility can be used, and they're going to prepare with the wall. It's going to try and lock off one, but can they get in position before anyone comes on through? Randy's thinking about it. He's walking. Ooh, you can see it. He's waiting. He can feel it, but he decides to back off. Simple throws out the lid, and he's going to be trying to break down that wall, but he has to go for the reload because he used all his bullets to deal with an inanimate object, and his teammate goes on down. But Anthony, he's on the lurk. He's prepared. He's waiting. He needs to find himself 2 here and evens the game straight back up. Matta's going to be waiting for this, and he gets him, but no! He can't find the shots! But there goes Anthony, leaving Denny and Kobe the last 2 alive. I think Kobe may have been lagged out. He may be DC'd, leaving the hopes on Denny to protect his teammate and, well, protect his operator. They're preparing up with the sightlines. You can hear that snake bite landing down onto default. Well, you hope it landed on default anyway. Yeah, I'm going to check. He did have the ult down. No, not too sure about the snake bite, but at least that was prepared. In the retakes, Denny is still protecting his teammate, making sure that they can pull whatever weapons through into the next round. And with the reconnect there coming from We Are Gang, yeah, their funds are, well, not too great. This should give Eclipse a little bit of an advantage coming into this round, considering they're going to have full firepower, they're going to have a half by We Are Gang, and they're starting to pick up momentum in the second half, so the morale might be shaking a little bit for We Are Gang as Eclipse Esports are starting to come into their own. But if I say that, Caster's Curse will strike again, and We Are Gang will get a clean sweep. Just watch it. You can feel it. We can also see the entire tempo change from We Are Gang. Ooh, we have the Hunter's Fury. It's going to be coming out. It's clipping. It almost gets him a second time. Just barely survive. He'll get healed up, but he won't have any armor as they push onto site. And they're going to rotate over the A side. They're calling the Hunter's Fury. They're thinking that everyone's coming over to A, but that's not keeping an eye on that lurk. If he goes in forward, he might find a little space. As they push around the corner, it's getting Mafia. He gets one. He heals it up. He's got an epic fireball if he needs it. Denny lands the shot. Most crucial moment of this match. He gets a second one, and he's out. He almost finds himself a third. Denny's going to come down. He finds himself one. 3 versus 3. Denny gets his third for the round. He's looking for his fourth. He gets it. Denny is not missing this time. Suddenly, he's turned it around. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can he get the ace? Well,
30 seconds left.
Looking for it. Like I said, Caster's Curse. We Are Gang. Oh, this time he doesn't. Denny goes on down. Raznov gets 1, 2. Oh, he almost gets the third. But Denny doing enough that round to secure that round for the rest of his team.
Switching sides.
Now we see the team switch on. Gonna have that vibe gonna be locking down, being that anchor at the B site, which is fairly standard. Usually you have your anchor here, your Killjoy, Scyther, Viper. You're not running any of those. Well, it's then free, fair game to whoever you want to throw over there. Sage is going to be used this time at A. Sage is typically known to be thrown into the tunnels, or the tubes I should say. But both teams this match seems to not be caring too much about that control. And they've been using it to their own advantage to gain a little bit of information. As you see Spaghetti Mafia here, running down. MTCH is going to be given that opening for Spaghetti Mafia. They're going to know no one's here. So they're going to be suspecting there might be an A hit, and they're going to hear all that noise as Rays come flying on in. But he's luckily not to get cleaned up early, as he does eventually go down to his teammate. A little bit further on the back, as Randy's going to be picking up, selecting, trying to find that ghost to help him out. Pokib is going to be looking at trying to get onto the back. If the noise has been made, they might not suspect that there's 2 coming up the back here. Spaghetti Mafia is going to be with MTCH. MTCH goes on down. Can he find a second? Yes, he can. Now he's got some armor to deal with. He's going to be fighting against Denny, and that armor helps him secure that kill. Simples, he's the last one alive, but he's going to start healing up. He hears the spike going down on one, so he knows at least one's on that side. And the spike defense is keeping playing with it. And Simples says, stop playing with it. You either do or you don't, or I will take your life away. And that's what he does in this instance. He picks up the pistol round, which had looked to have been in Eclipse's favor. with that, we are gang. They take the pistol round. Eclipse Esports going for a little bit of an interesting buy to try and catch their opponents off guard. Spaghetti Mafia has been hitting these shots, so Marshall could be a good pickup for him. There's the sawn off. Who's got the sawn off? Shaddy's got the sawn off. He's going to be hiding around. Will we be able to find some with that shorty? Probably not. It's going to be disadvantage for him too as they hit the A site once again. Boombox comes out, gives a little bit of knowledge that there's one here playing close range. Danny's going to clean that up as he continues to push on in. He's getting prepared. He's opening up the space for his site to start making ground. And they're just going to continue chasing. Anthony wants to find more kills. He's so far up. So does Denny. They're playing with fire at the moment. Anthony gets the one. He's got the help from Denny above. And they try and push on through that smoke. Anthony's thinking about they're leaving just enough room for Anthony to peek around the corner. He sprays the two. Randy comes in, cleans up the last, and a clean round for We Are Gang. So this is the time for Eclipse to stop the absolute harassment that's coming out from We Are Gang. They've got the firepower. You can see that We Are Gang, they're not afraid to play a little bit of firepower as well. Simples has decided to upgrade himself, try and potentially catch their opponents off guard. You might be seeing him take more of these longer engagements so he can get that capitalization off, as their opponents will be suspecting that it mostly will be Spectres. MTCH takes a barrage of damage from H-Shells as his arrow is not going to find the mark. Anthony's going up high, he's going to scatter. There are a few there, the wall goes up, the plant goes down. Now it's this time for Eclipse Esports to make their move, to find themselves around here.
There.
They're getting ready, they're throwing out the utility. The Lear is out, they're trying to push on closer. Anthony and Denny are going to be hiding down low. Simple, trying to swing around, tries to find himself kills. Not going to be the case. Anthony's still hiding down. Denny is waiting. They're here, they're popping down. Great dismiss, he gets the two. They start firing out, and the rest of the squad puts him down, but Denny kills them all.
One enemy remaining.
What seemed to have been a 5-head play ended up being disasters. They couldn't get the shots, and Denny got a free spray. Now he gets some free weapons, and there goes Eclipse Esports' chance to stem the bleeding, because they're about to lead into another round where they're underpowered. That's not where you want to be, and they're going to be looking at potentially stacking this site. They've got 3 already over here. Viper, Shaddy's just wondering when anyone is going to be coming to his place so he can have a little bit of fun in the action. You can see them again. We Are Gang. It's been successful time and time again, so why change? Continue to put the pressure on your opponent. Continue them to fear your offense. Here they come. They get a little bit of knowledge to Raina's hands. They're going to prepare for that Lear where it's coming out. Bad bursts are coming on, looking down the side. Simples managed to find one. Danny gets a second. Eclipse Esports have lost 2, but this is a round that they are expected to lose, as they only have Sheriffs. So they're looking to do some economy damage, but at this stage, they haven't found anything. Getting Mafia is looking to go on in, hoping to find a head or 2. Shaddy is slowly making his way up. He's going to join the rest of his team, as they're going to get prepared to come on in. The Lear's going to be locking them out of sight just a little bit longer. Lear goes in out. There's only a couple shots left in this revolver. Does he need all the shots? He only needs 1 to find that kill. He runs out of shots trying to kill the Sage. And again, oh no, the lineup was not correct. He didn't have it. He misses. He gets the shot. He gets the double. How?
Never give up.
No way. He gets that. Eclipse almost had the upset, but Cobe says, I'm done with this. I'm done playing games. Clicks 2 heads in 2 shots with the Guardian. Phenomenal play there. Now we move into round 17. I can't even count. 4 rounds consecutively in this half for We Are Gang.
Get out of my way!
Standing ahead.
Recon doing a little bit of bounce. Gonna get instantly shut down. But Danny almost finds himself a kill right off the bat. Mana does not want to die, especially that operator. Danny's still trying to find an opening, find a kill. We hit a raise. Jumps on around the corner. And what the? That was weird. Sorry, my Or yes, one a little bit weird. Spaghetti Mafia
Spike
finds one
down
kill.
A.
Gets killed by Denny. Still 3 capable members of We Are Gang to secure this plant. Mata got the tight angle. He's got the hold. He's hoping someone
Spike
peeks him.
planted.
He's got Mitch underneath him. Raznov gets a kill at
One
front.
enemy
Mata
remaining.
just gets the flick onto the head, leaving Coach the last one alive. He gets the one. Can he find 3?
Revealing
We've
area.
seen how well he can do this. He gets spotted out, and they're going to push
Out
him
of
more than
bounds.
likely, and he's going to go down. And give the defuse over towards MTC. They're going to... Actually, luckily they do give it to Raznov. That will be a resurrection in the next round. Giving Eclipse some much needed ultimate advantage as they are behind in rounds. Round 18, We Are Gang still have plenty of funds to deal with their opponents. They're just splashing the cash all over the place. Eclipse, they need to find more than that one round to be able to catch We Are Gang. We Are Gang does have the 6th member as well, thanks to Randy's resurrection. Matter. Gonna decide to rotate. They hear some noise coming at the A site, and this could be a little bit of a fake, a little bit of a play to play with their opponents. This gives Denny and Randy the opening to move on into site to try and find whatever they can. They're taking their time, they're taking their, knowing their experience, making sure to check all these corners. Down to field, the site is free. Randy, the wall, it's going to be coming on up.
Wall raised.
The site that was once protected by Mata is now going to have the spike coming out. You can see the instant reactions once they hear that
Spike
sound cue.
planted.
Spaghetti Mafia's Empress is just going to run out. He got 0 value out of it because they were suspecting the A site hit. But at least the Viper has that wall down in an advantageous position, allowing them to walk them down from behind that choke point. Machete's going to be pushing up, making sure to check this corner, making sure they do have the control onto the site. Spaghetti Mafia finds himself one. He tries to find himself a second one. He quickly dismisses when he's starting to run out of ammo. He's still got 12 shots. He gets hit by one. Mata goes. He finds himself a second. He's trying to find a third. He does. And a 4th to clean it up. Eclipse Esports. Again, similar to the first half. They may have lost quite a few rounds at the start of the half, but they're starting to claw on back and starting to pick up these rounds as the half progresses. It takes a little while for them to pick up a bit of momentum, picking up the comfortability with the new roles. But once they do, well, they're forced to be reckoned with. But We Are King, they only need 2 rounds. They have 5 rounds to play with. They can, oh, I should say they can 5 rounds to give up easily. Makes a little bit more sense. Archer's holding. Gonna quickly avoid those paint shell grenades.
Bomb
Anthony's
buddy
gonna be coming on up. Boom, but instantly shut down. Not gonna be used for any useful interaction there. As the Lear comes on out, they start making their way up. Anthony goes up forward, but he gets shut down by the Spaghetti Mafia. Matters trying to find another resurrection is available. He's gonna miss the shot. He doesn't get it, but the rest of the team is starting to clean up. It's 2 versus
Last
2.
player standing.
Raznov and Mitch up against the rest of the world. They do have a resurrection if they need it. They're up against it and they feel comfortable. The heal is there. Jed's going to be coming up high ground. Denny is the last one remaining. He's only got 58 hit points and he's been spotted as on the retreat. And Raznov says, well, can I leave this with you guys? I might go on the lurk, but he decides against it. They suspect Denny might still be here and they've made the right call. The recon bolt goes on up. So far up, it doesn't land on Denny. So we can sit out in the open. If anyone wanted to peek that or start making a position, he's going to find him. And there he goes. He finds the one. They're just trying to hold on to that point. Raznov, he could have found himself a resurrection and
30
made it
seconds
4
left.
versus 1, but they thought that they had it. And he's still find 2 more. Can he do it? There's the resurrection. They're going to be banging, and Denny gets swung from MTCH. The resurrection was used as bait, and they caught him hook, line, and sinker. Yeah, there's 3 ultimates available from Eclipse Esports up against We Are Gang's 1. Denny, who we know when he's in the groove, he will find
Here.
constantly the kills that you need for the rest of your team. And he's got the blade. So this is where
Stay
We Are
safe.
Gang are going to be relying on Denny's capability to open up the site. But that doesn't take away that they still have Anthony and Simples that are also your
Get out of my
duelists.
way.
But these daggers are going to be brutal if they can find the mark. The drone. Oh, Spinning Mafia takes the one up top. They find where those daggers are currently sitting, and Danny's going to have to retreat out of that location. He finds himself a Vandal as well, so at least if these daggers go awry, he's got himself some weapons to deal with the opponents. Jay's not going to see anything around his side as Danny's making his way on in. The drone's been taken down, but it gives a little bit of information for Danny to be able to deal with. Going to be holding it down. The Hunter's Fury is going to be coming on out.
Spike planted.
Spinning Mafia does not find the kills. Denny gets taken up a notch in terms of the kill count, and now Raznov is still finding the kills. It's 3 versus 4, but there we go. Denny, this is what he needs to find. He's going to avoid getting recon darted out with a great clapper. He goes in deep, but he can't find the shots. He does get eventually taken down. The wings are clipped, leaving Simples to have to find multiple. Simples does get one. Kokib is going to be given a little bit of knowledge out so Simples can find those opening frags in these little and small engagements. One
enemy
comes through the wall.
remaining.
He finds another, and then they clean up the round. They put themselves towards match points.
Match point.
This is where Eclipse Esports did not want to find themselves. They have to find 4 consecutive rounds. They needed to keep holding on to that one round, that one chance at failing, and they've given it up. Now, We Are Gang, they just need one opening. They need one mistake from Eclipse Esports, and they will take this match. And again, they're saying, let's continue to go to this A site, because we are not done with our opponents. We are not done pressuring them here. Let's go. At time and time again. MTCH gets knowledge about 1. But that's not as much as they'd like. If they heard 2, that would have been great. Denny goes into a very aggressive position. Almost finds himself on. Mitch had to get out of there or he would have died to the paint shots as Anthony's getting ready. He gets into a very aggressive position. Denny also finds himself a kill, being totally in a position unbeknownst to their opponents. As the Lear goes on out, but no one there to pressure. Getting Mafia open, that him and Manta can clean up their opponents. They do have a Viper's Pit if needed and an Empress. Spaghetti Mafia hasn't used it yet as Raznov finds himself one. Spaghetti's still looking at the swing. The swing does come on out. They're still looking. Simples is finding shot after shot. He tries to get that one, but he does not get it. Kokib, the last one alive, and he will get one. He's 1 versus 1. Can Spaghetti Mafia do it? The fakes, the sound cue, but Spaghetti Mafia able to swing. It looked like Kokib just had to reload at an inopportune moment. But that eco damage, it's enough to put Eclipse Esports again on the back foot coming into this round, unfavorably. They need to find 3 more rounds. We Are Gang this time have to go on a partial buy. This partial buy, if they can find 2 or 3 kills, once again it will solidify Eclipse's Esports terrible economic situation and continue to give We Are Gang the upper hand in these rounds. And Eclipse, again, they suspect an A side hit, and I do not blame them. And you can see, Shaddy, he's decided to rotate in the middle. He's already prepared to come in and swing a lot faster than previously. And MTCH doesn't quite see the heads. And they go all up. They go up on the wall. They take the elevator. And now they raise up into heaven. Kill them all. Now they're trying to find. Showstop comes on out. Does not land. But they found themselves 2 kills. They found themselves some weapons. And now they're going harder. The lead comes on out. The only one left on the site is Mata. And he hears one. Oh, he doesn't find the shot, but he gives away his position.
Spike
That is
planted.
unfortunate from Mata, as now the Empress comes on out by Simples. They want to win this match right here, right now. Daddy is going to be trying to clear out that location. Gets a lot of damage onto Kokib, but unfortunately he wasn't there to capitalize on the vulnerability state. Ooh, he's going to
One
swing.
enemy
I can't
remaining.
watch him. I've already missed it. Kokib, he's got everyone. The swarm in him. He gets one. Can he find the second? He cannot. But that is 3 members, and as I mentioned, that is going to be some huge economic damage to Eclipse Esports.
Oh, was that important?
So after the elevator play from We Are Gang, they completely caught up their opponents off guard. MTCH probably has to replace his underwear. I can smell it from here. Suddenly 5 people all staring at his face. Oh. Now we are gang. They have their loadout. They have their A site in their minds. They're prepared.
Let us hunt.
Are Eclipse Esports ready to deal with the barrage that's about to come upon them?
Watch this.
Revealing.
It goes back. It's going to... Ooh, not scan them. Cloudburst just comes out in time. That scan could have been great for their rotations and knowledge, but it's not going to be the case this time. The Aldron's going to be used though, and with the orb coming out from the back of sights. Mata is prepared. He's going to get spotted out. He's going to have to quickly dash away. And they're going to use the Hunter's Fury against him. No, they're not. He's still got the daggers. He's still ready. He's going to take a little bit of damage. He can swing back around. Randy gets the wall on up. Mata's still trying to deal with their opponents up top. Raznov is opening up the wall so they can get on in there with Mata. Mata's trying to get any little bit of knowledge. He doesn't get it. Then he finds the kill. He can't find the setting. He's instantly returned traded by Spaghetti Mafias. Now they're trying to create an opening. Shadow's going to be launched up one guy. He swings. He gets one, but he can't find the second. It's 3 versus 3. Eclipse Esports are trying to stay in. They've now got themselves a man advantage. They're holding on. Standing. They're holding on. Can Randy find a resurrection or a kill? He can find neither. Eclipse Esports, they do it. They pick up this round.
You failed.
Putting We Are Gang onto a force buy, and potentially we might have ourselves an overtime, chat. We might have ourselves an overtime.
Right here. Right here.
We Are Gang, what are they going to do here? They're going to try another little sneaky play down mid. Are they going to try something a little bit unorthodox? Are they going to hit the B site? Well, I would say no to all that, as they're looking like they want to hit the A site again. Continue to hit Eclipse Esports, but Eclipse Esports are starting to get comfortable. They're starting to get good. This is some good practice on their A side. Recon Bolt's going to come on out into a standard position that we've seen time and time again. Okib. This is not the range you want to be fighting out with your Spectre. He's just not going to find the kills.
Take flight.
He does have the Hunter's Fury available, and then now the daggers have been used. Danny's going to be following in that Aldron, hoping to find those kills. And he knows Spaghetti Mafia is up top. But he looks down. He looks down underneath the rafters and gets killed. Eclipse Esports. They just need to find 4 more to bring this into overtime. But We Are Gang, they've got the spike down. They've got the resurrection. They're going to throw that Cloudburst down. They're going to fire on through. And they take Danny down a second time. He's not coming back into this match. They're not allowing it to happen. There's about 24 seconds left to play to get back on in before they can get that spike. Before it explodes, they get 1. They'll find 3 more. Kokib, Anthony, and Randy. Can they save this match for We Are Gang? Can they stop it from going into overtime? The Hunter's Fury comes on out. It shoots. It doesn't get it. They still haven't got that first tick.
Last player
Great
standing.
coordination there, but Kokib's so far back. They need to hold
Standing
it.
ahead.
He scans. He shoots. Can he do this a second time? He
enemy
fires.
remaining.
He tries to swing. He doesn't see it. He can't get it. They planted it off to the side. The plant ends up costing We Are Gang the match.
Switching sides.
Kokib did it once. He was
Overtime.
looking at doing it a second time. But whoever threw that spike down.
Here.
Oh, Kokib would have been so distraught not being able to pick up that round. He knew it. He was comfortable. He had it.
Here.
We are now in overtime. Now remember, chat. If Eclipse Esports can win here, they will move into 5th. And We Are Gang moves down to 10th, so they will swap positions on the
Need a
leaderboard.
drop.
If We Are Gang can win here, they'll move 4th on the leaderboards, creating a buffer from the rest of the competition from 5th place downwards. And Eclipse Esports, they'll be falling down the ladder. I believe they'll be going to 14th. And then he throws out the headshots. He's going to get pushed pretty heavily, but he's going to do a little bit of damage, slows them down, allows the rotate to come on in if required. And Danny's already decided he's rotating on over. He's got the operator. He wants to play these lines. Remember, this is a naked operator because we are in overtime. And he's going to rotate back out. He's going back to his original position. Because there's no more information that they've gathered. The recon bolt's going to come out and Danny's going to have to return back around. Doing the relay trip all on his own. The sun's coming on down. They're starting to clean up. Trying to make their way in point. The spike is going down. MTCH gets 1 kill as they're now starting to move on in Shock Dash trying to deal with Denny up top. It did not land. If it did land, do a lot of damage to a naked operator. They see there's Smith going on. He misses the shot. Denny needed to hit that. He's almost going to go down. He doesn't feel it right now. He finally gets the shot. He's getting the help of his teammates to start looking down the site. But the spike is still planted. It is still ticking on down. MTCH is going to be the closest call here, but he doesn't find the shot he needed to. Raznov, he's got the resurrection, but he can't find a body. He needs help. They've got to try and fire it down. They don't get Kokib. It's all up to Raznov. Defuse. It got stopped. They gets killed. And Danny, what looked to have been a disastrous start to the round, turns it around with the help of his team, picks up his second, get the defuse, and they get the round.
No charges left.
Switching sides. Match point.
Now we switch. Eclipse Esports. They were previously on the side they played better at, and that was defense. They only managed to pick up 5 rounds here as an offense. So how well will they be able to adapt to their opponents? It's like they are going to go for a split style push. This is something we didn't see from We Are Gang, and only from Eclipse, where they split up across the map and try to find openings where possible. And Shaddy, he's playing this very defensive peak orientated build. He just wants knowledge. He's not going to try and engage. He doesn't want to try to be a hero, nor does he want to be a zero. So he's just getting recon for the rest of his team. Sova's in on site, finds that there is a Sage up top. Who he's going to get? I'm in from behind. MTCH. Actually, what? Okay, sorry. I'm confused. No, I'm not confused. Okay, Eclipse are on defense. Wow, I completely miscalled that. They're going to be hitting that A side. This will be the first time that they split up. MTCH finds the opening kill, which he much needed, as now Coco pushes on in. Anthony gets the kill, leaving just the Raznov to deal with one. He's going to almost find the second one, but Randy does get the kill. If he gets one more, he's going to get a resurrection available to him. He almost dies, getting that wall up as the spike goes on down.
Spike planted.
Snake bite, but it's already too late. The plant has gone down. The resurrection's there because he can get the spike. He's going to get the resurrection. He gets the second. Shaddy's still going for more. Mana's there this time. Denny gets one. It is 1 versus 1. Shaddy versus Denny. Who will find it? Who will find Glory? He shoots. Denny knows where his location is, but Shaddy has no idea where Denny is. He fakes the... He's waiting. Jetty's going to be coming around from behind. He sneaks, he looks, he peeks, and he finds the kill! Overtime 2, here we come.
Now, where was I?
Now, as
Switching
we
sides.
reach overtime 2,
Overtime.
Eclipse. And this time on their offense, I completely messed it up last time. I got confused by colors and stuff, and then I said completely the wrong things. So, this time, Eclipse Esports are on the offense, and this has been the worst side that they've been on. Both these teams are kind of taking their points on the defense. Icebox is usually known as an offense-sided map by about 3%. At least in the Oceanic region, not globally, just in the Oceanic region. And, ooh, Anthony's going to push aggressively. He's going to get taken down. Eclipse Esports, they open up the round. They're attacking the A side. They said, if you can do it, we can do it better. And he's going to be keeping an eye on from behind. He's going to see the rotate from Denny. Oh, he unzooms at the right moment, and Denny quickly retreats with his life in hand. Now they're going to be making way there on site. Simples and Rainy are going to be the ones protecting this site. As we can hear Raznov going up high with Mata. Mata's going to be coming back on down as Shaddy gets a kill onto Simples, leaving Randy and now Kokib to be the ones to defend this A site. They're waiting for Danny to come back in the site.
Planted.
3 versus 5. This could be the round that Eclipse takes off on the offense. The reel comes on out, but it's not really a great location there, my friends. But they're going to be doing what they can do as they now start pushing on. Randy's going in deep. He needs to find a few kills here. He goes around. He doesn't find MTCH. Kokib, with the help of Denny, finds himself a spaghetti mafia as now Denny's all alone up against 3. He quickly dashes, but the time is ticking. He's got about 10 seconds to get onto that spike. It's ticking down. 3 people to find. This seems to be Eclipse's esports round to win, and it will be.
Switching sides.
This
Match point.
is the first time that Eclipse Esports had a match point. They've had to deal with 5 match points. They are just constantly throwing We Are Gang up against the wall and saying, you are not having this match yet. We're going to hold on. We're going to stay in this. And We Are Gang are fighting to get that final point, to secure the match, and to move themselves to 4th place on the Amateur League ladder. We see another timeout. This time it's by, again, Eclipse Esports. Even though they took the round, they're taking a timeout to make sure that We Are Gang can't use their capability to force their way through Eclipse Esports in a very fast style round. We Are Gang, they're known for being fast. They're known for hitting hard, and they're known for taking these rounds
Here.
quite fast. But once the rounds start to get delayed a little bit, that's when Eclipse Esports seem to have been doing better and better. And they're pinging the A site again. We Are Gang are relentless over on this A site. It makes you wonder. It stopped working. Where's my cursor? Can't get my cursor out. But you can see how many rounds Eclipse Esports started to win on defense when they kept attacking the A site. Eclipse Esports has decided maybe, just maybe, they might do something here to the B side. And as soon as this drone comes on out, they're going to be like, wait a second, they're not here. Again. And this is going to give Matter a little bit of capability to move up, take an aggressive position. But Eclipse Esports, they don't have their solid hold over the A side as they usually do. So this could be We Are Gang's attempt. This could be their chance to finally break Eclipse Esports at the sites that they continually hit. Randy gets spiked down. The Viper's doing a little bit of damage there, creating a vulnerability on Randy. K-Shell's coming out, but it's not going to find the kills. Simples and Mata return frags. Mata's still looking for one more. He knows someone's around this corner. The Lear comes on down. He shoots, but he quickly avoids it. Simples wants to take the fight, but back on the site. Denny quickly avoids being killed by Shaddy, as Shaddy's keeping a little bit of an eye on the rest of the team. It's 3 versus 4 here. We Are Gang have the man advantage. The fake D2, this 2-person swing comes out. Randy cannot find 2. Randy finds 2. Reznov cannot find 2. Resurrection's there. 4 versus 1, all in the hands of Mata. But this, my friends, is going to be overtime 3. Also, just to let you know, AWC TV, this is an amateur match. This is the Amateur League, not the Open League. So for those of you who don't know, in the LPL, there are 4 leagues. It starts with the Opens, Amateurs, Evolutions, and Legends. And they're basically the tiers of all of the LPL Oceanic region. The tier 1s will usually sit all in the Legends. There are still some that play in the Evolutions. Your tier 2s are your Evolutions with some in Amateurs. Tier 3, the rest of the Amateur lineup and Opens. So as we come into overtime 3, both teams this time able to get an offensive sided win, whereas previously it was both defense. Now, Eclipse Esports. Get a little bit of knowledge. B-sides. MTCH thought about it. But he says, no. As simple as that, and just decides to retreat. They're going back over to the A site. But they feel comfortable. It's where both teams feel comfortable. Here on Icebox. Time, Simples, Anthony are going to be the 2 that will be first line of defense here at the A site. You'll be expecting Kobe to be rotating real fast as soon as any sound cues are used. There's a recon bolt. Getting prepared. He shoots it. It goes forward. Once that recon bolt goes up and the sound cues are made, the rest of the rotation of the team are going to be coming on in. Anthony throws out the green book and spinning Mafia opens up with the first kill of the round. They're going to get prepared. They're fighting. They're pushing. We Are getting back off the point. The spike will go down. And this will be a retake event. But Kokip finds himself a kill with the shock dart. It hits default.
30 seconds left.
Kokip knows all of the lineups in this map. And then Anthony gets so aggressive. He jumps on forward. And all of a sudden, Eclipse Esports, they're falling. No, they're not. They've gone back off the ground. The Empress has been used. The Mafia comes around the corner.
remaining.
Cube has to deal with one. He knows
Out of
where he
charges.
is. There's
Revealing
still
the
at 10
area.
seconds.
10
He
seconds
throws
left.
it up. He doesn't have any utility. MTCH has to use it. This is where Koku knows. He's going to force it. He's trying to run around the corner. He
Spike
doesn't get the
planted.
shots, however. It is 1 versus 1. Who will come out on top? The wall goes down, and it will be Mitch.
Scanning ahead. I am the hunter!
Switching sides. Match
And
point.
with that, Eclipse Esports takes another round on offense. They were not an offensive-sided team at the start of the match, but they are starting to become an offensive-sided team at the end of the match. We are gang. Well, this is their preferential side. And they find themselves another round to keep it in overtime, to bring it to overtime 4. Or will be this it? Will Eclipse Esports be able to secure the
Scanning
match on
ahead.
their second match?
Found
point?
them.
Recon Bolt's going to understand that there are still multiple down here, and we are gang again barraging the A sites. The drone is coming on in. They're going to be pushing in. The Lear's going to open up some space. No more Lears left available for. We are gang. They're going to have to rely on all their capabilities of shooting and positional awareness. Spaghetti Mafia's going to throw out his Lear, creating a little bit of space, pushing them off the site. And now we are gang. Says, oh my god, we are going to swap around to the B site, and we're going to see what we can do over here. They've left Simples here. And they're going to catch Eclipse Esports off guard. After 15 rounds on the offense, they've decided B site is the place to be. Daddy's got to hear this noise. The rest of the team's going to be swinging on in. Simples is on the alert, but he's going to get killed by Spaghetti Mafia. That is hugely unfortunate. The Spaghetti Mafia was still waiting around for that. But Danny, he's pushed up very aggressively towards the middle. He'll find himself one. He sees himself a second, very quickly retreats. He doesn't want to fight that. He wants to get back to the safety and comfort of his team. The slow's coming out, slowing them down. Manna's getting ready to go on in. Getting him up, he's going to be able to kill from close range. Raznov wants to get in deep as well. He wants to start getting a little bit of damage on. He starts firing on through. The shockdown comes through, doing a lot of damage. Kokip doing a lot with that utility. But Getting Mafia finds himself with 4th. Can he find himself the 5th and the 8th? He has to if they want to win it. He pulls out the classic. He starts defusing. Resurrection comes on out. He gets the shot, but he still has to find another one. Even though he gets the ace, he doesn't get the round. We are going to do enough to hold that out. Oh my god, overtime 4.
Switching sides.
Which chat, if this is not exciting, I don't know what goddamn is. I needed that drink of water. Because I feel like this game could be going on for a while. This is going to be one of the longest games I've casted, and what a cracking match between these two teams. Eclipse Esports
Revealing area.
going towards inside. Danny's not going to find that operator shot. He does find some damage against getting Mafia though. They do have the Sage to heal him up, but you want that additional armor. Otherwise, you're going to get torn to shreds. Because Kokip does not miss with those shock darts. They just seem to home in like magnets. Going to be one pushing, trying to find a little bit of an advantage. He's got Spaghetti Mafia with him here, and they're going to be up against Kokip. This is the first time we've really seen a deviation from either of these two teams at the start of the round. But as the round goes back on, they said, A-side, here we come. But Danny's got to still keep an eye on. He's rotating. That's unfortunate because he's rotating at the wrong time. But he's in a new position, new location. But the wall. This is the great thing. The Viper's been continually being able to offer the side of the Eclipse Esports with that wall. The site lockdown. This is what we haven't had. And they're going to be denying so much space for Danny as they push him off. Great little lead. Making sure the Rays can't find themselves a kill. Simple, he's going in deep, he throws out the leer, there's 2 underneath the rafters. The drone is going to find one, he jumps on down, he doesn't get the shot, Spaghetti Mafia does, he leers, allowing the teammate to help him out. Spaghetti finds himself one, but Spaghetti Mafia cannot find a second. Chatty has to try and do what he can here, the wall goes on up, they quickly break the wall, so they can get inside to get that spike completed. The push in coming in from Anthony, finds himself a kill. Mitch still holding on, he's fighting for his life, but he runs out while still reloading, costing himself the chance at saving that round. We are gang taking the
Switching
offense. Eclipse,
Match point.
Eclipse Esports now have to take the offense to try and get this run, to try and stay in it. This is the first time they've seen a match point in about 5 rounds. It's not something we've seen for quite some time. Eclipse Esports were the ones trying to dictate the flow, the pace of the game, but all of a sudden, We Are Gang, they've turned it back around. And We Are Gang, or We Are A-Site, be able to get the rounds here, secure the match. That's going to be pushed off his sightline. And here Lee is being used so they know there's multiple usage of utility, indicating there's multiple agents.
Feeling safe.
Simples, he gets prepared going in up here, getting a little bit of space. The Cloudburst goes at the back, but it's not going to completely lock down that choke point. Raznov, he's ready, he wants to swing. The wall goes up, but he's still in position to be able to punish. He gets found out by Anthony, but he's the front kill. He looks for the heal, and he gets caught with the utility out. Eclipse, they're down by 2. Down by 1, sorry. But they've equalized it with a beautiful shot from Mata, and Shaddy gets another. Eclipse are doing it, they're holding on, they want to bring this into overtime. 6! Simples, he's holding, he's waiting. MTCH comes in out 2 versus 2. Great dismiss to get himself out of danger. Shaddy, push on in, cleans up the stage. They should know where Simples is. He swings down with the pistol. He was so confident, but it all shattered as simple as that, and it goes down! We are gang. They take the match in overtime. 5. Holy damn, this was an exciting match from both teams. They played their absolute hearts out, and holy crap! 14 first bloods by Spaghetti Mafia. That, I've not seen that many first bloods in a match before. Wow! Spaghetti Mafia doing work for his team, but in the end, it wasn't enough. They ended up going down. Good kill spread across the board. There wasn't really an anchor on either side. They were all holding their own. Mata as a duelist, you're hoping to do a little bit more. He was only 19 for 24 with only a single first blood. You want to usually see that first blood a little bit higher as well as those kills. But in the end, We Are Gang. They take the match. They take the victory. And with that, they take 4th place on the Amateur League leaderboards. So, well, they're going to be pretty happy about that. Pretty chuffed, if I do say so myself. Whereas Eclipse Esports, oh, they were so close so many times. They did an excellent comeback in that second half, but in the end it wasn't enough. They will be moving down to, I have this somewhere, they will be moving to about 18th on the leaderboard. Depends on when some of the other matches get ranked. But so they're going to be falling down there a little way away from that top 8 where you want to be. So in the LPL Amateur League, or actually all the leagues, there's 8 weeks. Each week you have up to 3 matches. Take those matches out, rise yourself up to the scoreboards. When the final week is completed, the top 8 teams move into playoff. The teams are playing off for a prize pool of $1,500 and also the glory of knowing you're better than all these other amateur teams that tried to take you on. And I think that's 34 teams in our amateur league. Anyway, thank you very much for all tuning in. I hope you've had a wonderful evening. Hope you enjoyed the cast. Thank you for supporting both these 2 teams, We Are Gang and Eclipse Esports. It was a fantastic match. There had to only be one winner, and in this case it was We Are Gang. So wherever you are, please stay safe, stay healthy, and have a good evening. Bye for now.